The first key principle to manifesting massive sums of money is understanding that your words are your wand. Every word you speak carries a vibration that communicates directly with the universal mind, the divine intelligence that governs all creation. When you speak words of fear, lack, or limitation, you are sending a signal to the universe that you believe in scarcity, and the universe in its perfect law responds by reinforcing that belief. Conversely, when you use words of abundance, affirmation, and confidence, you are aligning yourself with the infinite supply of wealth that exists everywhere. This is not merely poetic language, it is a metaphysical law. Florence Scovel Shinn emphasized that words are creative tools. They are not just reflections of your current reality, they are instruments that shape the reality around you. By consciously choosing your words, you take control over the creative forces at work in your life. To harness the power of words effectively, it is crucial to become acutely aware of the language you habitually use. Notice if you often say things like, "I can't afford this," or "money never comes to me." These statements, though common, act as affirmations of poverty and restriction. The universe does not judge, it simply responds to the pattern of your thoughts and words. Instead, replace these phrases with empowering statements such as, "I am now receiving abundant wealth from expected and unexpected sources, or money flows to me freely and easily." By consistently verbalizing such affirmations, you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind. The subconscious does not distinguish between what is imagined and what is real. It acts upon the suggestions it receives, bringing circumstances and opportunities that match the vibrational pattern you establish with your words. The tone, feeling, and conviction with which you speak also play a vital role. Merely reciting words without belief or emotional engagement weakens their effectiveness. True manifestation occurs when the spoken word is combined with inner conviction, emotional alignment, and a clear mental picture of the desired outcome. When you speak confidently and with joy, you are sending a powerful message that you already believe in the reality of your abundance. Repetition is equally important, as the subconscious mind requires consistent input to create lasting transformation. Daily affirmations, repeated with faith and emotion, serve as seeds planted in fertile soil. Over time, these seeds grow into tangible results, manifesting as money, opportunities, and experiences that align with your spoken intentions. Moreover, silence and mindfulness complement the power of the spoken word. By consciously choosing not to speak negatively about finances, lack, or difficulty, you remove counterproductive vibrations that can hinder manifestation. The combination of positive speech, emotional alignment, and mental clarity creates a magnetic force that draws wealth to you with surprising speed and ease. Florence Scovel Shinn's teaching reminds us that mastery over our words is the first step toward mastery over our circumstances. When you embrace this principle fully, you begin to wield the creative power of the universe with precision, attracting not only money, but all forms of abundance that correspond to the intentions you speak aloud. The second key principle in manifesting massive sums of money is the complete release of worry and fear. Worry acts as a powerful block to abundance because it signals to the subconscious mind and the universal intelligence that you doubt the supply and are uncertain of your ability to receive. Fear and anxiety create energetic resistance, and the law of attraction operates by aligning you with the vibration you emit. When you are consumed by concern about how money will come, or whether it will come at all, you are essentially holding a mental picture of lack. The universe, which responds precisely to the patterns you radiate, cannot deliver abundance when you are constantly broadcasting scarcity. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that worry is a denial of divine provision. It is a lack of faith in the infinite, and it closes the channels through which wealth can flow. To manifest quickly, one must consciously release these fears and replace them with unwavering trust. Releasing worry does not mean ignoring reality. It means consciously choosing to align your thoughts and emotions with the assurance that the universe is abundant and constantly supplying you. It requires the discipline to shift attention from problems to possibilities, from limitation to expansion. Whenever anxiety arises, you can counteract it with affirmations such as, "I trust the divine to supply all my needs," or "I am in the flow of infinite abundance, and all is well." The repetition of such statements, spoken with conviction, reconditions the subconscious mind to expect prosperity rather than struggle. By consciously refusing to dwell on scarcity or uncertainty, you create an energetic space in which money can enter. Fear narrows perception, but faith expands it, revealing opportunities that might otherwise go unnoticed. Visualization works hand in hand with the release of worry. When you picture money flowing into your life, you are not simply indulging in fantasy. You are training your subconscious to accept abundance as inevitable. Focus on the feeling of relief, joy, and freedom that comes with receiving the desired funds. This emotional alignment overrides fear and doubt, reinforcing the message that you are safe, supported, and deserving of wealth. The more real you make the experience in your mind and heart, the more tangible it becomes in your external life. Another crucial aspect is the recognition that worry often stems from attachment to specific outcomes or methods. When you insist on a certain way or timing for money to appear, you limit the creative intelligence of the universe. By letting go and trusting that money can come through various channels, sometimes unexpected or unfamiliar, you remove resistance and accelerate manifestation. Gratitude amplifies this effect. When you focus on what you already have and express genuine appreciation, you signal to the universe that you are aligned with abundance. Worry diminishes this alignment, while gratitude strengthens it. The consistent practice of releasing worry, embracing trust, and maintaining an attitude of expectancy transforms your inner state. Fear is replaced by faith, anxiety by anticipation, and limitation by openness. Florence Scovel Shinn emphasized that money flows where faith is active and worry is absent. When you live in the certainty of divine supply, the universe responds swiftly, bringing opportunities, ideas, and resources to fulfill your financial desires, often more rapidly than you could imagine. The third key principle in manifesting massive sums of money is the art of visualization. Visualization is more than simply imagining a desired outcome. It is the process of creating a vivid, sensory experience in the mind that aligns your emotions, thoughts, and beliefs with the reality you wish to attract. Florence Scovel Shinn emphasized that the subconscious mind cannot distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is physically experienced. When you consistently picture yourself already in possession of wealth, your subconscious begins to act as if it is already true, attracting circumstances, opportunities, and actions that correspond to that mental picture. This alignment of thought, feeling, and expectation is essential because the universe responds not to your wishes alone, but to the energy you radiate. To practice effective visualization, it is important to engage all the senses and emotions. Don't just see the money in your mind, feel the relief of financial freedom, the excitement of unexpected abundance, and the gratitude for receiving it. Imagine the sound of coins or bills in your hand, the sight of your bank statement reflecting a large sum, and the joy that comes with using the money for purposes that bring you satisfaction and security. The more detailed and emotionally charged the visualization, the stronger the signal sent to your subconscious mind. Emotions act as a catalyst, energizing the mental image and making it compelling enough for your subconscious to bring it into your external reality. Consistency is crucial. Visualization is not a one-time exercise. It requires daily practice to impress the desired reality onto your subconscious mind. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that repetition strengthens the belief that your desires are already fulfilled. By visualizing the abundance you seek every day, ideally at a quiet, focused time such as morning or before sleep, you are training your subconscious to accept that this wealth is a natural part of your life. Over time, the mental picture becomes so ingrained that doubt and fear have no room to exist. This continuous reinforcement creates an energetic frequency that draws circumstances, people, and resources to you in alignment with your vision. Visualization should also be combined with affirmation. While imagining yourself wealthy, speak affirmations that reinforce the experience. Say statements like, "I am now receiving abundant money from expected and unexpected sources," or "Wealth flows to me freely and effortlessly." These words, combined with the emotional reality of the visualization, solidify the message for your subconscious mind. The subconscious cannot differentiate between reality and a convincingly imagined scenario, so by repeatedly pairing visual imagery with positive statements, you accelerate manifestation. Furthermore, visualization requires detachment from the how and the when. It is not necessary to know exactly how the money will appear. Your task is to focus on the reality of already having it. By concentrating on the end result rather than the process, you remove resistance and allow the universe to orchestrate the most efficient means of delivery. The principle is simple: picture, feel, affirm, and trust. The discipline of visualization transforms ordinary thought into creative power. By seeing wealth clearly in your mind and feeling it as real in your heart, you align with the infinite intelligence that governs prosperity. Opportunities, ideas, and resources begin to appear naturally, reflecting the image you have consistently held in your imagination. The fourth key principle in manifesting massive sums of money is to act as if you already have the abundance you desire. This principle emphasizes the alignment of your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the reality of wealth, rather than waiting for external circumstances to change before you feel prosperous. Florence Scovel Shinn often taught that the outer world responds to the inner state of consciousness, meaning that the behaviors and attitudes you display create energetic patterns that attract corresponding experiences. When you behave as though you are already financially secure, you send a clear signal to the subconscious mind and the universal intelligence that abundance is your natural state, and the universe responds accordingly. Acting as if bridges the gap between desire and manifestation by creating a seamless flow from intention to realization. To implement this principle, it is important to cultivate behaviors and attitudes that reflect confidence, gratitude, and generosity. Confidence arises naturally when you trust that money is flowing to you from known and unknown sources. Your demeanor, speech, and decision-making should convey certainty rather than hesitation or lack. Gratitude amplifies your alignment with abundance, as it reinforces the awareness of what you already have, no matter how small. Generosity, even in modest forms, demonstrates your belief in the circulation of wealth and the principle that money is meant to move freely. By giving, you acknowledge that there is enough for both you and others, which dissolves resistance and opens channels for further financial flow. Acting as if also involves creating an environment that reflects abundance. Surround yourself with symbols, habits, and routines that reinforce the feeling of financial security. This does not mean reckless spending, but rather cultivating an internal and external atmosphere of prosperity. For instance, organizing your financial records, maintaining clarity in your accounts, and treating yourself with respect and care sends a strong message to the subconscious that you are prepared to receive and manage large sums of money. Small actions, repeated consistently, solidify your inner belief and communicate your readiness to the universe. Another aspect of this principle is making decisions from a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. When you face choices related to finances, career, or investments, choose in alignment with the assumption that resources are available and that the best outcome is already yours. Fear-based decisions, such as hesitation, delay, or compromise, reinforce limitation, whereas faith-based choices reinforce the reality of prosperity. By taking decisive, confident steps that reflect your desired financial state, you create momentum that propels your intentions into manifestation. Emotional alignment is equally vital. The feelings you embody while acting as if must be consistent with the reality you seek. If you act confident but feel anxious or doubtful, the subconscious detects the mismatch and cannot fully support manifestation. The key is to cultivate authentic emotions of joy, assurance, and expectation while performing the actions that signify financial abundance. Florence Scovel Shinn's teaching underscores that the external world mirrors the inner state. When you act and feel wealthy, the universe mirrors this reality back to you. Through the consistent practice of acting as if, the mind and body are trained to operate in harmony with the principles of abundance. Opportunities, ideas, and resources naturally flow. Circumstances align, and the invisible forces of the universe respond, bringing into physical reality the financial prosperity that has already been affirmed within your consciousness. The fifth key principle in manifesting massive sums of money is the use of bold, faith-filled declarations. Words are not merely expressions of thought. They are creative forces that shape reality. Florence Scovel Shinn emphasized that the spoken word carries immense power because it communicates directly with the subconscious mind and the universal intelligence that governs all abundance. When you make declarations with confidence and faith, you are planting energetic seeds that attract circumstances, people, and opportunities to match the reality you have spoken into existence. Hesitant or fearful words, on the other hand, send mixed signals and create blocks, delaying or even preventing the manifestation of your desires. Bold affirmations, spoken with conviction, align your conscious and subconscious mind with the infinite supply of the universe, creating a magnetic force that draws money into your life. To harness this principle effectively, it is essential to speak in the present tense, as though the desired outcome has already been achieved. The subconscious mind responds not to future intentions, but to the reality you project now. Phrases such as "I am now receiving abundant wealth from expected and unexpected sources," or "money flows to me freely, easily, and continuously," carry an energetic certainty that the mind can accept and act upon. Repetition is crucial. The subconscious mind needs consistent input to replace old patterns of limitation and scarcity with new patterns of abundance. By repeating these affirmations daily, you impress the subconscious with the expectation of prosperity, making it a natural and inevitable outcome in your life. Faith is the vital ingredient that transforms words into effective declarations. Without belief, affirmations become empty statements. True faith creates a sense of certainty that the universe is already working to fulfill your desire, and this certainty amplifies the power of your words. When you speak boldly, you are not merely hoping or wishing, you are commanding the creative intelligence of the universe to bring your desire into manifestation. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that words spoken with fear, doubt, or hesitation are neutralized by the subconscious, whereas words spoken with faith, clarity, and joy act as directives that cannot be ignored. It is also important to speak with emotional intensity. Feelings of excitement, gratitude, and expectation enhance the vibrational frequency of your declarations, making them more potent. Visualization can accompany your affirmations, allowing you to picture the wealth arriving, feel the relief and joy it brings, and hear the confirmations of your success. This combination of verbal affirmation and emotional engagement strengthens the subconscious impression and accelerates the process of manifestation. Consistency and persistence in bold declarations ensure that the subconscious mind remains focused on the outcome rather than distractions or limiting beliefs. Negative self-talk or casual doubts can weaken the energetic signal, so it is crucial to monitor your words throughout the day and replace any statements of lack with confident, faith-filled affirmations. The universe responds to the clarity, courage, and conviction of your words, delivering results that reflect the reality you boldly declare. By mastering this principle, you transform speech into a creative tool, turning intention into tangible financial abundance. The sixth key principle in manifesting massive sums of money is to maintain an attitude of expectancy and openness, allowing the universe to bring the desired abundance without attachment to how or when it will appear. Florence Scovel Shinn often emphasized that the law of divine supply operates in perfect order, and your task is to align with it through trust and belief rather than attempting to control the process. Expectancy is the mental and emotional state of confident anticipation, a knowing that the money you desire is already on its way. When you combine faith with detachment from the specific means of arrival, you create a magnetic field that draws opportunities, ideas, and resources to you from both seen and unseen channels. Resistance often arises when you insist on a particular path or timing, but the universe is infinitely more creative and efficient than the limited scope of human planning. To cultivate expectancy, it is important to focus on the feeling of already having received your desire. Rather than worrying about the logistics, picture yourself enjoying the benefits of the money and experiencing the freedom, security, and joy it provides. This mental rehearsal signals to the subconscious mind that the desired state is normal and attainable. The subconscious mind, responding to this clear, consistent signal, begins to orchestrate circumstances that align with your expectations. In this way, manifestation is not about forcing or striving, but about harmonizing your inner state with the reality you wish to create. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that the subconscious is like fertile soil. It will bring forth exactly what is sown there. Plant seeds of certainty, expectancy, and gratitude, and you invite abundance to grow rapidly. Openness is equally essential. Often, people limit the flow of money by imagining it must come from a specific source or at a specific time. Such limitations create invisible barriers, blocking the creative intelligence of the universe. By remaining receptive to opportunities from unexpected directions, gifts, new ventures, investments, or ideas, you expand the channels through which money can arrive. The key is to remain alert and responsive to all possibilities while trusting that the universe knows the best path for your abundance. Detachment from outcomes allows you to act decisively when opportunities appear, without hesitation born of fear or doubt. Gratitude amplifies expectancy and openness. When you consistently acknowledge the wealth and resources already present in your life, you demonstrate alignment with abundance. Gratitude raises your vibrational frequency, attracting more circumstances to be thankful for. By expressing appreciation for small gains and blessings, you reinforce the belief that more is on its way. Florence Scovel Shinn emphasized that gratitude and faith are powerful magnets for wealth as they signal trust in the invisible supply. Finally, maintaining a relaxed and joyful anticipation ensures that your energy does not become strained or desperate. Anxiety and impatience block the flow of money, whereas calm confidence and positive expectation allow the law of divine supply to work unhindered. By combining faith, visualization, emotional alignment, openness, and gratitude, you create an energetic state in which money flows to you effortlessly. The principle is simple: expect it, feel it, trust it, and receive it, allowing the universe to fulfill your financial desire in ways that surpass imagination.